It might surprise you, but it's entirely possible to walk from London to New York. At first glance, looking at the map, we see London and the United States separated by the Atlantic Ocean, and walking from London to New York seems impossible. However, in theory, it can be done. We would start from London, passing through the Channel Tunnel to reach France, then continue through Germany, Poland, Belarus, and eventually into the largest country in the world, Russia. You'll have to travel over 10,000 kilometers through vast, desolate, and freezing lands. It's estimated that it would take nearly a year to reach the westernmost point of Russia. Wait, this is the Bering Strait. How can one walk across it? No worries. During winter, when temperatures drop to nearly minus 50 degrees Celsius, the strait freezes over, and you can walk across to reach Alaska in the United States. The journey continues through the vast country of Canada, heading south into the U.S., passing cities like Minneapolis and Chicago, with the final destination being New York. The route stretches over 21,000 kilometers, and it would take about 3 to 4 years to complete. You'd cross 3 of the largest countries in the world. This journey is incredibly adventurous and fascinating, but also extremely challenging and dangerous. Have you ever wondered which place is most isolated from the rest of the Earth? First, let's talk about Bouvet Island, a Norwegian territory with no human inhabitants. If you were on this island, the closest people to you would be around 2,300 kilometers away on Tristan da Cunha Island, which has about 250 residents. It's also approximately 2,500 kilometers from South Africa. But this is just the most isolated island. The most remote and secluded spot on Earth is Point Nemo. Point Nemo is located in the Pacific Ocean and was discovered by researcher Hervoya Lukatella. This is not an island or land, but a coordinate point in the ocean. The nearest land or islands are about 2,800 kilometers away from Point Nemo. If you were stranded here, the closest people to you would be astronauts aboard the International Space Station, about 500 kilometers above the Earth's surface. This place is also where NASA and other space agencies often deorbit spacecraft and defunct satellites, due to its distance from humans and low risk of impacting the population. The United States annexed Texas into its territory from Mexico. In the 1800s, Texas and the entire region belonged to Mexico. At this time, the United States had just gained independence and sought to expand westward. They set their sights on Mexico, a nation that had also recently gained independence from Spain. Texas had a sparse population, so the Mexican government encouraged Americans to migrate there to help develop the land. A large number of Americans settled in Texas, bringing slaves with them, something that was entirely illegal in Mexico at the time. Despite opposition from the Mexican government, Americans continued to bring more slaves. This led to major conflicts between Americans in Texas and the Mexican government. By then, Americans in Texas had grown in number and wanted to break away from Mexico. Mexico refused, leading to war. Under the leadership of Sam Houston, Texas forces defeated the Mexican army at the Battle of San Jacinto. After their victory, Texas declared independence and became the Republic of Texas in 1836. In 1845, the United States officially annexed Texas, making it the 28th state of the U.S. This angered Mexico, as they still considered Texas their territory, setting the stage for a larger war to come.